Yeah, I don't think that they have like guns or knives or they allowed to. Also, it's like in I don't know, probably in Mexico it's a very big deal when someone is bullied. They really fight. Okay, so never is, for example, that you say in a situation like that, it has to be like one bully and boom.
So people still use their fists in Mexico.
Yes, absolutely. And here someone is like disturbing someone is like, okay, let's go to fight, and they fight, and that's how they, solution.
Yeah, that's how my
It's like,
generation did it, but this new generation, and I don't
yeah,
look. I don't. This is my issue because I can't blame somebody because when I grew up, I was kind of the same way. I mean, like where I grew up, I there was a lot of bullies because there was a lot of different ethnicities, different races. Let me not say ethnicities, but yeah, ethnicities too. Because me as the African American, I had to worry
yes,
about on one block the African American gangs, the next block the Haitian gangs, the next block the Puerto Ricans. They probably then my friends was messing. I'm gonna tell you a story about that. My friends was messing with the Puerto Rican girls. The guys didn't like that. Had a big situation over that. Next block is the Mexican gangs. So it's like you're like maneuvering through all these different communities and races of people. And me, I'm a peaceful person. I've always been the same way. Never got into it with people, but people will just start with you just because. Especially like I'm not like a very large person. I mean, so people would mess with you just because. So I carried around a knife at 14 years old. I started carrying a knife because I got beat up by an 18-year-old Puerto Rican, and I didn't even do anything. like
yes, yes.
like like my homeboys were dealing with the Puerto Rican girls. So one guy decided that since he was bigger than us and he just got out of jail, he was just gonna come and beat up my whole crew one by one. And I wasn't having that, so I fought him back. Most of my friends were scared, but I fought him back and I lost. And I realized at that moment, like, you have to protect yourself because there's no telling. And that wasn't even the moment where I started carrying a knife. I started carrying a knife because after he beat me up, his homeboy, who's way bigger than him, and like this dude is known for knocking people out. And me and him had got a mutual friends, and I respected him because he actually knocked out somebody that I didn't like. And he just came up and told my homeboy because we had a mutual friend. My homeboy says, Eric, so and so said he's gonna knock you out when he see you. And I was like, there's no way he said that because I've never even spoke to this guy before. He's like, yeah, he said he's gonna knock you out when he see you. I'm like, nah. And I told my homeboy, like, bro, he don't want to fight me. He'll beat my ass. That's what I told him, like, because I knew I couldn't beat him. I already knew. And he was like, bro,
Yeah.
that's what he said. So what my homeboy did, when he seen that I wasn't like talking trash, like, oh, no, I knock him out, tell him this and that. What he did was he got homeboy and he brought him to my house. I guess, trying to show him that I'm a cool person. So just randomly, homeboy didn't know he was coming to my house. I didn't know homeboy was coming to my house. And, he just brought him over. My whole family's there. Nothing's going to happen. We went upstairs. And like I said, I respected the dude. I actually liked him. So no homo, not on that type of way. But but yeah, we went upstairs, we played video games, you know what I mean? Doing whatever, young men do and listening to music, playing video games. And he told me this is what he said, like we're sitting there. And he was like, yo, before today, no, he was like, Eric, I see you're a cool dude, but before today, when I saw you by yourself, I was gonna knock you out. And I was like, check this. I was like, for what? I was like, for what? And he was like, I don't know. I was just gonna knock you out. And at that moment right
Yes.
there, I realized that people do not have to have any rationality to being mean. So I'm gonna carry a weapon on me every day for the rest of my
Wow.
life. Like because so when they say when homeboy stabbed homeboy, like I can't get mad at him because I understand not being a big guy, and it's like people will come and they'll try to use their size and their strength over you to push you around, to embarrass you, to disrespect you. And hell, I would have had a knife on me too, and I probably would have poked him up the same way. But
Wow. Yeah. That's something really interesting. Probably in Mexico we don't have like many cultures in a same classroom, so or in the same school. It's
do
like
y'all
a
all
special.
hold up? Because y'all don't really have like black Mexico. I know y'all have them, but I guess they're not everywhere in Mexico. No, they're just like in
No,
certain places.
yes, and probably they are like same, like the same weight, same height, same everything. So
Just darker
there's not
skin.
like a
Okay. Yeah,
yes,
y'all are in a different culture. Like we have.
yes, yeah. Probably that's some a factor. Yeah, even my dad. Well, I have a little bro, and my dad always tell him like, "Hey, you don't fight, but if someone is like trying to fighting with you, if he starts, then you go. Nothing like oh, be like oh, I'm scared or nothing. Just go and fight and see what happens. No, but never like stay and just allow the people to talk to you. And it's
So
like
what
very
would your dad think if your brother stabbed somebody? He would think that he was crazy.
probably he probably will be proud. Like yeah, that's like but absolutely not. If he no 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 wait wait. No, if he kills someone, of course that's not a good idea. I'm just talking about fight, okay?
Mhm.
If my bro gets in a fight, okay, probably
Yeah, I'm saying if he gets into a fight
proud.
and he pulls out a knife and he stabs somebody, what would your dad think?
No. That's not gonna happen.
Uh,
Absolutely not.
that's crazy
No.
because here in America, I mean, like kids bring guns to school because it's so much. I mean, it's so much going on, you know. But y'all don't have the y'all do y'all have y'all could carry guns. Y'all have the right to bear arms, right? A normal
Big
person,
arms.
yeah,
A
a
normal
normal
person, of
person,
course not.
a normal person can have a gun in Mexico, can't they?
No,
Really? No.
no. I've been asking to my friends that like, hey, you do that have like guns in your house? It's like, no, why? What are you supposed to have?
I'm saying they just don't have them, or they don't have the right. By law, they can't have them.
What do you mean? Huh? I lost you.
What I'm saying is, can you go to a store and buy a gun?
Of course not. No, no way.
Really?
Really?
I thought you.
Yes.
I thought it was us, y'all, in like one more country that you actually had the
No.
right to buy
When
guns.
I visited US, I got surprised. Like, wow, you can buy a gun here in just in Walmart.
Yeah, in
Like,
Walmart, you could buy them. You could go get some
it's like,
cheese, go get a shirt,
yes,
go get
and
a
a gun. Yeah, of
basketball, and
course.
don't go get your gun before you leave too.
That was crazy. Like, wait, what? Okay. Yeah.
So, so I guess, so I know y'all have the cartel down there. So the cartel, they get their guns from the military
Hmm.
or something like that. Some government way they get their guns, but normal people just don't have guns. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought y'all had guns. So that's probably
No.
one of the reasons why y'all don't have guns in schools. But knives, I'm surprised they're not bringing knives to school in Mexico. But y'all probably aren't as violent. You know, America basically promotes violent culture.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
it's definitely, yeah, especially through like my community, like, you know, like we don't even own the radio stations that play the music, the hip hop music that's killing people. Like we don't own the record labels, and we don't even listen to the majority of the music. If you listen to if you look up who listens to 70% of hip hop music, it's suburban white kids. They're listening to all of the gangster rap, and then black kids think that that's the way they're supposed to be because it's coming from their culture. But they're not even.
Yeah.
We're not even listening to it once you get 30.
Wow.
But all the young ones, they see it and they start thinking.
Even with that, with the music, also here in Mexico, we have like the narco corridos, it's called like that. And it's like, it's apology of the narco thing. Obviously, that the music is like, oh yeah, being a guy, have a lot of women, a lot of money, and good trucks, and you know, a kind of style of life. So the kids are like, yeah, that's so cool. I want to be like that. I want to have that.